Some people make mistakes. Karen made a career-ending one. She called 911 from the edge of my ranch to report me, the rightful landowner, for refusing to obey HOA safety protocols. Her goal? Have me fined, have me removed, maybe even have me arrested. But there was one thing she didn't know. The man on the other end of that 911 call, the responding officer, was my uncle, the actual sheriff of the entire county. And when he showed up, let's just say Karen's 911 stunt turned into the worst day of her HOA career. My ranch, her HOA fantasy. Let's rewind. I live on 31 acres of generational land in rural Arizona. It's fenced, legally zoned agricultural, and located just down the hill from a recently built neighborhood called Coyote Ridge Estates, a gated HOA community full of retirees and realtors. They sell desert serenity. I raise goats, work my land, and mind my own business. But to Karen, the HOA president, my ranch was an aesthetic threat. She claimed my barn color clashed with the community tone palette. My livestock distracted from neighborhood harmony. And worst of all, your presence sets a bad tone for property values. Yeah, she actually said that in an email. The harassment begins. I got dozens of notes taped to my gate. Please remove unsightly hay bales visible from HOA perimeter. Your early morning equipment use disturbs our yoga group. Community has voted to request your participation in HOA visual guidelines. I responded once. Not a member, not interested, not under your jurisdiction. They didn't take that well. The inspection team incident. Karen showed up one Saturday with 2 men in khakis and a clipboard. We're performing a visual compliance inspection. I laughed. This is private land. Step off the gravel. She threatened to report me to county code enforcement. I reminded her, the county sheriff is my uncle. You can report me at Thanksgiving dinner. That didn't go over well either. The real fire starts. A week later, I hosted a family cookout. Smoker fired up, country music, kids riding ATVs inside my fence. Karen stood on the HOA walking trail, filming the party on her phone, muttering things like, "This is a safety hazard. This is unacceptable." Then she did it. She called 911. Yes, I'd like to report a disturbance, large illegal gathering, possible weapons, open fire hazard, livestock unattended. She used every word she could to make it sound like a crisis. What she didn't know? That call went straight to Dispatch Central, where my Uncle Rick, the county sheriff, was finishing up a shift. Sheriff Rick rolls in. About 15 minutes later, I see a familiar pickup roll up the driveway. Uncle Rick gets out in full uniform, hat, badge, the works. Heard someone's committing acts of goat-based terror out here? We both laugh. Then he walks to the property line where Karen is still standing, camera in hand. Ma'am, did you call 911 about this property? Yes, there's a huge unauthorized gathering, loud music, smoke, possibly firearms. Uncle Rick tilted his head. You mean this private family barbecue with kids playing on dirt bikes and adults eating ribs? You need to do something. He's not complying with community expectations. Ma'am, do you own this land? No, but do you own this land? No, but is it inside your HOA boundaries? No, but then this is harassment. This is a false 911 call, and you're trespassing. The consequences come fast. She went pale, tried to backpedal. I was just trying to ensure safety. By misusing emergency resources, she was cited on the spot for false reporting to law enforcement, harassment, and trespassing again, and Sheriff Rick handed her a formal cease and desist signed by our family attorney. The HOA implodes. After the incident, Karen was voted out as HOA president in an emergency meeting. 3 other board members resigned to avoid association, and the HOA issued a letter to all residents saying, "We have no authority over surrounding private lands. Please respect boundaries." And Karen? She moved out 4 months later. Rumor is her new neighborhood doesn't even allow HOA boards. The new sign I put at my gate. Yes, this is a ranch. No, you can't manage it. Sheriff's nephew lives here. Final thoughts. She thought 911 would scare me. She thought HOA rules meant more than property rights. She thought being loud and demanding would work. But you don't call the law on a rancher when the law shares his last name. Next time she wants to call 911, she better be calling for herself.